Hi students, today we'll discuss about most important topics in another subject, that is EDC, electronic devices and circuits. This is the most important subject in engineering, especially for both ECE and EEE. So that's why major topics, those are very important in the examination point of view. Those topics we'll discuss in short time. This is especially for preparation of university examinations. So today our topic is rectifiers. Today our topic is rectifiers. The definition already we know, that is which converts AC to pulsating DC. Before going to discuss about rectifiers, what is the purpose of rectifier? Why we have to convert from AC to DC? Is nothing but all electronic devices are operating with DC supply. That's why we are going to convert our already available AC voltage into DC voltage. So the first step is rectifier can convert AC to pulsating DC. Nothing but some amount of AC is also there. After that, by using filter we can convert into pure DC, so that we can use for our all electronic devices. Working of all electronic devices, we are using DC supply. Now go for the today's topic, rectifiers. So which converts AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage is nothing but rectifier. That's enough. Then the types of rectifiers: one is a half wave rectifier, and the second one is the full wave rectifier. And again, the full wave rectifier is classified into two types: center tapped full wave rectifier and a bridge rectifier. So these are overall classifications of rectifiers. Then go for the first one, half wave rectifier. This is the circuit diagram for half wave rectifier. So here this is our transformer. This is the basic symbol we are using here. This is the transformer we are using, and for the transformer the input is AC input. Here, that is VI, generally 230 volts and at frequency 50 Hz. So for transformer we are applying input signal, that is VI. Generally the voltage is 230 volts and 50 Hz in India. So this is the AC input signal. Alternating input signal is 230 volts. This is 230 volts that we are giving as the input for the transformer. What the transformer is doing? Transformer converts from AC to AC. Here by observing this block diagram, transformer, the primary windings are more. Here, that is N1. Primary windings are N1 and the secondary windings are N2. Primary windings are more and secondary windings are less. Nothing but which is a step down transformer. So these 230 volts can be converted into less voltage, that is also AC. Less voltage, that may be based on the secondary windings. 230 may be converted into less AC voltage. So here step down transformer we are using. For this the output is like this: 230 volts AC can be converted, or VI can be converted like this. Then this is the input for rectifier circuit or for the diode. This is our rectifier circuit. In this we are using one diode D. Let us take diode D. This diode we are using here, and our input is continuous sinusoidal signal. Let us go for the operation. And first one is positive peak. This is the positive peak we are going to apply for the diode. This is diode positive and this is the diode negative. Positive applied to the positive of the diode, then diode is in forward bias.
Continue.
When positive of the in signal or positive peak is connecting to the positive of the diode, that means diode is in forward bias. We know that this is a positive and this is the negative. When positive is connecting to the positive of the diode, then this is forward bias. So that's why diode is on. Diode is on means you will get the as it is input as the output. This one you will get as it is as the output. So this is the input signal. This one is input signal we are going to give. Then our output is for positive peak, then diode is on, we will get same output as same input as the output. So here whatever it may be the input, we'll get as the output. Maybe this is I am taking as a Vm, and this one I am taking as minus Vm. So then Vm as it is you'll get, this is output is Vm. Then for example I am applying negative signal I am applying. Negative is connecting to the positive of the diode. That's why diode is in reverse bias. So diode does not conduct, open circuit. So that's why what happens, there is no output. For negative cycle there is no output. That is nothing but DC. And in the same manner again we are applying positive peak. This is a continuous wave, positive, negative and so on. Positive peak, what happens again, the same, whatever may be the positive, we are getting the same. Positive is connecting to the diode positive, so diode connects, then it allows the input signal as output, same as you will get corresponding output. In half-wave rectifier, for all positive peaks we will get the corresponding output. Here I am taking only 1.5 cycle. This is 1 cycle and 1.5 cycle. This is continuous wave, that is that repeats. So for all positive peaks we are getting output, for all negative peaks we are not getting output. This is the output for half-wave rectifier. Let us take our input as Vm sin omega t. This is sinusoidally varying with the voltage Vm, with the peak voltage Vm. This is a Vm. That's why Vm sin omega t, where Vm is greater than V gamma. V gamma is our cut-in voltage, diode cut-in voltage. Nearly that is 0.7 for silicon and 0.3 for germanium. Okay, so this is the cut-in voltage. More than cut-in voltage we have Vm. Then go for the first parameter. From this we are going to find some parameters, derive some parameters. First one is the ripple factor. What is the ripple factor? Is nothing but number of amount of ripples in the output. Here our output is pulsating DC. Pulsating DC is nothing but some amount of AC as DC, AC and DC. Like this we have AC and DC. So how much amount of AC is there in the rectifier is nothing but ripple factor. So that is nothing but the ratio of RMS value of AC component to the DC value of component, or DC component. The ratio of RMS value of AC component to the DC component. So that is indicated as RMS value of AC component is VR comma RMS. R and RMS both are suffix, VR comma RMS by VDC. This may be also called as VR comma RMS VAC. So in the laboratory we are taking VAC and VDC. So that's why VR comma RMS is VAC by VDC. So let us take find VR comma RMS and VDC and substitute here. Then you may get ripple factor. So see here, where VR comma RMS is square root of VRMS square minus VDC square. This is the formula. VR comma RMS or VAC is square root of VRMS square minus VDC square. VRMS is nothing but root mean square value, and DC is the VDC is the average value. You can find VRMS as well as VDC. You may get VR comma RMS. Substitute here, you may get the ripple factor. Let us go for ripple factor is equal to VRMS square minus VDC square root of. So in this term I am taking VDC square common. So in this I am taking VDC square common. So what we will get? VRMS square minus VDC square we have. So I am going to take ripple factor as VR comma RMS by VDC. VR comma RMS by VDC. VR comma RMS value is this one. Square root of VRMS square minus VDC square. Square root of VRMS square by minus VDC square by VDC. In this we substituted ripple factor formula, we substituted VR comma RMS. Then in this numerator I am taking VDC square common. VDC square I am taking common. Then what will get? VRMS square by VDC square. Here this one we are taking common, that's why minus 1. And the square root of VDC square into VRMS square by VDC square. This one you are taking common, that's why minus will get. Again I am repeating, that's why listen carefully. By in the denominator we have VDC. Then square root of VDC square we have. Square root of VDC square is nothing but VDC. And again square root of VRMS by VDC whole square. Here we have square, here we have square, that's why I am taking VRMS by VDC whole square and minus 1 square root by VDC. So in the numerator we have VDC and then the denominator also we have VDC. Numerator VDC and denominator VDC. Both we get cancelled. Then the refill factor is equal to square root of VRMS by VDC whole square minus 1. This is the formula for refill factor of half wave rectifier. So VRMS by VDC whole square minus 1 square root of. So let us find VRMS and VDC, substitute here, you may get the refill factor for half wave rectifier. Then go for VRMS value. First I am finding VRMS value. VRMS is equal to square root of root mean square value. Root mean square value. Root mean square means nothing but 1 by t integral 0 to t f of t square dt. General formula is this one. Otherwise 1 by t time period integral 0 to t x of t square dt. This x of t square is our input signal. What is our input signal? Let us see here. First we are taking VA is equal to Vm sin omega t. Then VA square we are going to take, that nothing but VA square is equal to Vm square sin square omega t. That we are going to substitute here. Then 1 by total time period is 2 pi. See here, observe in the waveform 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. That is complete time period. This is the complete time period. In the complete time period we are observing that 0 to 2 pi. For 0 to pi only it is conducting, pi to 2 pi it is not conducting. Then that one we are finding here 1 by 2 pi total time period 0 to pi. Input is conducting for 0 to pi only. Input is conducting for 0 to pi only. That's why we are taking 0 to pi. Input square, magnitude of input square, that is Vm square sin square omega t d omega t. T is nothing but omega t. Otherwise you may take directly t as a t. See here, Vi is equal to Vm sin omega t. Otherwise V is equal to Vm sin t. Any manner you may take, no problem. V is equal to Vm sin t or sin omega t. In terms of omega t or in terms of time you may take. That we are substituting here 1 by 2 pi 0 to pi Vm square sin square omega t d omega t whole power 1 by 2 is nothing but square, we are square it we are taking as 1 by 2. Then here Vm square I am taking outside, Vm square by 2 pi, then 0 to pi sin square omega t I am going to write as 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. This is the formula. Sin square omega t is 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 d omega t whole power 1 by 2. Then Vm square root we have, and in the same manner Vm square here we have, that's why Vm by here 2 and 2 is nothing but 4, square root of 4 is nothing but 2. So Vm square by 4 is nothing but Vm by 2. So by removing the square root, then you will get Vm by 2, and remaining term we are taking square root or 1 by 2. So what we have, this phi is inside here 1 by pi, and I am doing the integration here 1 and cos omega t. This 2 already were taken as outside, that's why 1 Vm by 2 will get. Then remaining term is 1 minus cos 2 omega t d omega t. That is 1 d omega t minus cos 2 omega t d omega t. So for first term, for 1 d omega t is nothing but omega t. Omega t limits are from 0 to pi. Limits are from 0 to pi. 0 to pi substituting minus, what is the integration of cos 2 omega t sin 2 omega t by 2. Sin 2 omega t by 2. Integral 0, limits are 0 to pi. Whole power 1 by 2. Then apply the limits Vm by 2 as it is, 1 by pi as it is, omega t nothing but pi minus 0, pi minus 0 minus sin 0 is 0 minus sin pi 0 minus sin 0 0, nothing but 0 minus 0 will get. So here 1 by pi into pi we have, that is pi get cancelled, and 0 minus 0 0. So here pi only we have pi. Then finally pi get cancelled, square root of 1 is nothing but 1. So VRMS is Vm by 2. Remaining term is Vm by 2. Here pi get cancelled. So here we have only 1 into Vm by 2. VRMS is Vm by 2. Then we will find VDC and substitute there. Let us take a screenshot. We will continue this one for finding a VDC.